Hi Taurus, welcome to August. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a new moon in Leo on August 8th. And then we have a full moon in Aquarius on the 22nd. And Uranus goes retrograde on the 20th. And Venus moves into, your ruling sign moves into Libra this month as well. Let's see what date is that here. Venus moves into Libra on the 17th. Mercury moves into Virgo on the 12th. So these are all favorable to you. Let's see what the cards say for Taurus about love. What does Taurus need to know about love and relationships for the month of August 2021? What does Taurus need to know about love and relationships for August 2021? What does Taurus need to know about love and relationships for August 2021? Let's see what we get. The Devil, the Eight of Cups, the Chariot, the Four of Cups, the Star, the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Justice card. And the card under the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing this month, Taurus, in a good way. So you start the month out with the Devil crossed by the Eight of Cups. So you're walking away from something. You're walking away from a relationship that has had a big hold on you, or a situation where you felt, I don't know, it could have been a toxic relationship or a codependent type relationship. Someone that, because the Devil card can represent someone who was, maybe someone has, there was there are very strong feelings involved in this relationship. And sometimes it could even feel like addicting, like you're addicted to this person, you can't break free, you keep wanting to break free and you kept getting drawn back in. And sometimes the Devil can represent someone who's struggling with a drinking or drug problem. Like they're using that to escape reality. So you could have been dealing with a challenging person. And you finally, like with the Eight of Cups, I feel like you're finally breaking free. It's like you've had enough. You're like walking away. You want something that's better, that's more fulfilling. Because the Eight of Cups represents something that was once good. I mean, there was a time when things were great, and it's no longer like that anymore. And now you're like, I just can't. I've got to move on. You know, this was once good. I want something more fulfilling because this isn't doing it. And there could even be, with the Six of Pentacles here, there was an imbalance in the give and take in this situation. Like you may have felt like, I'm doing all the work, I'm putting in all the energy, and I'm not getting anything back. And I think you're finally realizing, I need to move on. Even though part of you is still holding on, you have this Four of Pentacles here. And the Four of Cups. But this is an energy that's, you know, the Chariot is the past, okay? So you've been doing, the Chariot is a card of victory through discipline and focus. But I feel like you've got a lot of irons in the fire. Like you've been doing a lot of different things, trying to see what's going to work. And that you might have been spreading yourself too thin. Like maybe you're doing a lot of different jobs, or you could even be dating a bunch of people. And no one's really floating your boat. But there's this one relationship that it was a strong bond. And maybe the person was kind of manipulative, or the person had a way of keeping you attached, keeping you trapped, keeping you chained to them. And because I see the Four of Cups here, which is a card of dissatisfaction. You know, you're bored, you're not feeling valued. In the past, you may have felt like underappreciated. Like, I'm doing all this for this person, this relationship, this situation, and I'm not getting recognized. I don't feel valued. I don't feel loved. I'm just not getting what I deserve. But this energy, and there have been other offers. I feel like, there have been other things coming out of the cloud, because here's like an offer of love, but you're not, like, in the past, you weren't ready to accept that love, or you weren't ready to make changes. It's like, yeah, I know there's other options out there, but I'm not ready to give up on the current situation. But I think that this month, things are changing. You're coming out of that energy. The Wheel of Fortune is here. And the Wheel of Fortune is showing, like, things are changing. Nothing stays the same in life. You're up, you're down, you're up again. And that's the Wheel of Fortune. So if you're having a difficult time in a relationship, or even trying to find love, things are going to be changing for the better. Because, look, you've got the Ace of Cups. You've got a lot of positive things coming up in the future. And I think the reason why things are changing this month is because you finally made a decision. I have to walk away. This is I have to walk away from this toxic situation. I have to walk away from this unfair situation that's giving, whether it's a relationship or whatever it is, that's just not giving me what I deserve. Finally, Taurus is saying, when Taurus says they're done, they're done. I mean, it takes us a long time to make that decision, because we'll leave no stone unturned to try and fix something. But when you get to the point where, I've tried everything and I just can't do it anymore, that's when things start to change. Because then when Taurus says, okay, you've waved this red flag in front of the bull too many times, now I'm really done. I'm going to charge. So coming up in the future, you've got the Star, and that's a card of hope. That's a vision, a dream. You know what you want in a relationship. But you've been so wrapped up in this toxic situation, in the situation that you've been afraid to let go of, that you're not allowing it to come in. You have to watch how you give your energy, what you give your energy to. Because the Six of Pentacles, Taurus is a very giving person. Taurus likes to see people happy. Taurus, is all about abundance and sharing that abundance. Taurus is not cheap. If we're making money, we're sharing it. We're spending it. And so you really like giving. It makes you feel good to give to others. But you don't want to give to someone that's selfish, where it's a one-way street. You don't want to give in a relationship where you're selling yourself out, where you're not there's no reciprocation. And so you have to watch that. That's one of your weaknesses. You have to make sure that whatever you move into, don't fall into the same pattern of giving too much and not getting enough back. Four of Pentacles is in your negative thinking sector. I think part of the reason why you stayed so long is because the relationship represented some type of security. Maybe financial security, or just even emotional security. Like, if I give up, even if it's a toxic situation, then I'll be totally alone, But look what you have coming in your environment. The Ace of Cups. That's a new beginning in love. And that's coming. And the Eight of Wands. I feel like there's a love relationship potential coming this month that may happen quickly. Like, feelings. It may be that you meet someone unexpectedly you have to let go of control, because the Four of Pentacles is also a controlling card, wanting to control the outcome. Taurus, you have this vision of exactly what you want. Taurus knows what they want, and they will keep searching till they find it. Taurus can be very discriminating, especially, Venus has been in Virgo. It will be moving into Libra later in the month, but in the beginning of August and part of July, Venus has been in Virgo. And Venus is your ruling planet. And when Venus is in Virgo, it's very discriminating. It's like, I'm not going to settle for just anybody. I want what I want. I want someone, I want all my boxes checked off. You know what you're wanting in a relationship, and you're not going to settle for less. And that's great. Well, you may get what you want this month, because you have the Ace of Cups here. As long as you don't try to control the outcome, let it go. Go with that's what the Ace says. The Ace is saying, go with the flow. Don't figure out, like, just put your intention out there. I want a good relationship. I want a loving relationship. Even if you're in a relationship now and you want it to be better. For those of you who have no one and you want a new one, I want a relationship to come to me like my soulmate partner, where we have a really good relationship, give and take. I'm feeling loved. I'm giving love. I'm receiving love. But even if you're in an existing relationship, I want to be valued. I want to be loved. I want to be, someone who gives back, who's emotionally available. But don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. That's where the key is. Because you have this Four of Pentacles, maybe you're afraid to let go, and to just, you don't trust the universe. Trust the universe is what I'm telling you. Don't settle for less. Don't keep yourself stuck in a toxic relationship or codependent relationship. But don't try to figure out where the next partner is going to come from, or where the new love is going to come from, or the new beginning is going to come from. Because it's coming. The Ace of Cups is here. And then the Eight of Wands. This is a card of messages coming in. Travel, news. You might be going on a trip. Maybe someone invites you to go to travel. Or you get a message from someone and you start talking and, this new beginning starts and feelings develop really quickly. And you have justice. Justice is the outcome. And so that means that's a favorable outcome. When justice is the outcome of something, it usually means a decision goes in your favor. So, for example, if you're waiting for someone to make a decision about the relationship, maybe you're interested in someone and you don't know how they feel, and then all of a sudden, and maybe they were on the fence about it. All of a sudden they decide, you know what, I like Taurus. I want to go and ask this person out. Or I want to connect with Taurus. And then they contact you. Or you could be maybe in the middle of negotiation with someone over some issue. Justice can sometimes mean like legal proceedings or a legal judgment. And it usually means that there'll be a fair outcome, that you'll get a fair result. So if you're breaking up with someone, like if you're leaving this toxic thing, there'll be a favorable division of property or a fair outcome in negotiations. The other thing, and the higher meaning of justice, is karma. You're getting a karmic reward. I feel like you've been through a lot. The universe has put you through a lot of tests and trials. And Taurus is finally waking up and moving on. And so then once you make that decision, you put that energy out there, like, I'm not going to feed this anymore. I'm going to start moving in a new direction. Then the universe responds with the Justice card, with karma. So I feel like this new beginning in love is a karmic reward for everything you've been through up until this point. Your dreams are coming true. Your hopes, your wishes are being fulfilled. And it's starting this month. I feel like it's starting this month. Especially, we have some good aspects this month with the new moon and the full moon. And there could be some surprises, and I'll get into that now. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, it could be unexpected. So don't try to plan it. Just live your life. Put your positive intentions out there. Expect to receive. Like, okay, I've already got it. Be in a state of gratitude. Thank you for my love, my wonderful love life, my wonderful relationship. Thank you for the abundance and the love that's coming to me, that's in my life, A good thing to say as an affirmation is love flows easily to me. Love and joy and abundance flows easily to me. Don't see it as the future. You have to see it in the now. So this new moon in Leo is happening in your 4th house. That's the house of home. And it's conjunct Mercury. So I feel like you're going to get a message. I mean, everyone's getting this new beginning. This new moon is conjunct Mercury. So communication is going to be important. If you're living with someone, you may need to talk to them about, you may need to have a conversation to have a new beginning if you're in a relationship. If it's someone new, you could be meeting someone and you're talking, maybe someone's like, you're inviting someone into your house or someone's coming to see you. This new moon is also trining Chiron. And Chiron is the wounded healer, and that's in your 12th house. So there are some wounds that need to be healed about taking the initiative. Aries, Chiron and Aries. Owning your power, going after what you want. You're going to be, you have Uranus in your sign, and it's in your first house, and it's squaring this new moon in Leo. So maybe you've been afraid to, in the past, to express yourself, to show the world who you are, to be yourself. Because the Leo is about creative self-expression, like, look at me, And Taurus is not like a look at me kind of person. Taurus is more laid back, so maybe this new moon is going to make you feel more like showing the world what you can do, showing the world who you are, showing relationships, like, here, this is who I am. I'm not afraid to be who I am, because I feel like you're going to be shocking a lot of people with Uranus in your first house. Taurus is like, when Taurus is ripe for change, like Taurus is kind of like the mountain that's she's just there. The mountain is there, you don't worry about it, it's always there, it's this big rock, and then all of a sudden it erupts, and it, like volcano eruption, So you're going to be shocking a lot of people, because I think you're going to be taking action that people kind of figured, oh, you're going to put up with me for the rest of your life, you're not going to do it. And now the bull has seen red, and the bull's going to charge after what she wants, he or she. Venus in Virgo is in your 5th house at this new moon, and it's opposing Neptune in the 11th house. So that could bring a very romantic new beginning. You just want to make sure that you're seeing the person. I mean, I think Neptune can bring a soulmate. It could also bring illusion. So you want to make sure, don't commit right away with Neptune. Get to know the person. Like, don't be running off to Vegas. But it's gonna be a very romantic time. I mean, and that's the way everything is. Like, especially if you're starting a new relationship. Whenever you start something new, it's like, you're in that gaga stage. Like, you just, oh, this person is so wonderful. They can't do anything wrong. I'm just so in love, And that's gonna fade. That's just the beginning. But there are other aspects coming later that you could be meeting someone that you could that could be like a dream lover with Neptune. But just give it some time, like I said, before you commit. And it could be coming out of your friendships or the groups that you belong to, because Neptune's in the 11th house. Neptune is really good in the 11th house because it can help you to manifest a dream, to find people that are like your soul tribe. They're on the same spiritual wavelength as you. And Venus, it's very romantic. Venus is also trine Pluto in the 9th. So if you're connecting with someone, it could be someone very different than you, who opens up a new world, a new type of spirituality, someone that you meet through like a foreign culture, different culture, because the 9th house is the house of long distance travel, foreign things, higher education, teaching, learning, spirituality. So you could be meeting a really interesting person, and it could be really intense. Venus trine Pluto is very intense. There could be a lot of passion in this relationship. Saturn is in your 10th house, and it's trining the North Node in your 2nd house. So there could be financial abundance coming to you through some type of career success. With Saturn in the 10th house, you have to do the work. You might be given responsibility, a responsible position. But it's also about, with the North Node is like where you need to go, where you need to put your energies. It's about speaking up for what you need. Because the 2nd house is the house of what I value. What do I value? What do I think of myself? What is my self-worth? It's about money, but money and self-worth are tied. So if you feel like you're not being treated fairly, you need to speak up about it. Especially because the North Node is in Gemini, which is the sign of communication. So don't hold back. If it's time to talk about it and say, look, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is how I feel. Because sometimes if you don't ask, you don't get. So it's time to ask. It's time to speak up. What else? do I need to know here? So then we have the full moon. Okay, so Uranus is going to retrograde on the 20th of August. And when when a planet shifts, so there could be some surprises coming up around the time of the 20th. When a planet goes from direct to retrograde and retrograde to direct, there could be some unexpected shakeups, especially with Uranus. Earthquakes. But in your case, in the first house, I feel like you're going to be the one that's shocking people. You're going to be the one that's creating the earthquake. So whether that means like you just leave a relationship where you've been unhappy for a long time, you could even leave decide I'm going to move across country, or I'm moving to a foreign country. Or you meet someone, you're shaking up your world and you're shaking up your identity in the first house. Like how people see you. So people may have taken you for granted or put you in a box, and they see you from a limited perspective. When Uranus shakes up the first house, it's changing your image and changing how you're seen in the world. And so you might shock some people by your actions. Don't do anything reckless, but be your authentic self. Don't be afraid to express the real you, the true you. Don't let anyone hold you back from being who you are. And embracing that, valuing that. So then we have this full moon in the 10th house. So the moon is in the 10th house, the sun is in the 4th house. The moon is in the 10th house with Jupiter, conjunct Jupiter, because Jupiter now has retrograded back into Aquarius. Jupiter brings abundance wherever it goes. Jupiter in the 10th house is luck, expansion, opportunity. So there could be a new career opportunity, or it could be that a relationship, if you're starting a new relationship, it could lead to a change in your status in some way. There's abundance coming. And the sun is in your 4th house, and it's on 29 degrees Leo. It's on Regulus. It's contacting the fixed star Regulus, which is the star of the king. So you could be getting you could have career success where you're in charge, you're being recognized for your talent. But it could also be a relationship where you feel like, you found someone golden. Let's see. Mercury is in your 5th house in Virgo. It's still opposing Neptune. So if there's any kind of contract, there could be a new creative project or a new romance with someone that you just want to make sure that you're communicating clearly, and that if you're signing any contracts, you know what you're signing and you know what you're getting into. Venus then at this full moon has moved into Libra, and she is trining Saturn in the 10th house. So I feel like this could be something that has to do with career success. And you might find a job where you might get a promotion where you're working with people you really like. Or you might be doing a new creative project and you're really enjoying using all your talents. Because Venus in the 6th means that your relationship with your coworkers runs smoothly. And trining Saturn, if you're forming a relationship, it's going to be around for a long time. It's a solid and stable thing. So you could be getting a job offer, and the company you're working for has been around a long time and is offering you a solid position and paying you more money. And you're really loving the work. And it's good because even it's like a grand trine with the North Node in the 2nd house. So money, career, work. I feel like you're going to be happy with the way things work out at this full moon. So if you start something at the new moon and it culminates at the full moon, like you might hear that final answer, yes, you got the job, or yes, this relationship is getting off the ground, I feel it could be, you're going to be experiencing career success because you're showing a new face to the world. You're showing people what you can do, who you are, and people are noticing. Someone's going to notice. So whether that brings love, which I think it will be, or whether it brings a new opportunity career-wise, either way, you're not putting up with less anymore. You're moving into a state of abundance and a state of recognition and reward. So opportunities are coming this month. Don't give up the dream. I feel like it's going to be, it's like Taurus has had enough. Taurus is going to take action. And that action is going to lead to abundance. And it's going to bring you, whether it brings you love that can last a long time, or a new career, job offer, position, where you find like you're fitting, you're finding the right fit, and you're doing your best work. It could be either or, and maybe even both, because everything's being activated, because the Aquarius is activating the angles in your chart. So it's active, Aquarius and Leo, it's 4th house, 10th house. And also you have 6th house, Venus is in the 6th. So I think that it's going to be a time of healing, psychological issues that maybe have held you back in the past, but you're going to come in, you're going to make some major changes, and they could happen suddenly. It could be this opportunity pops out of the blue, and you just grab it, like you grab that brass ring, like I'm out of here. And it could be love, it could also be career. But whatever it is, it's bringing you abundance, it's bringing you joy, it's bringing you a dream fulfilled. So I think August is going to be a great month for you, where you finally release things that have been holding you back, release anything toxic, and you're moving into something that's going to be really enjoyable. Just don't try to control the outcome. Just let go with the flow, trust the universe, just put your intentions out there, and you'll do fine. So that's my forecast for August, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated with you, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know if this resonates with you. I love reading the comments. And if you'd like, this is a general reading, so it may not apply to everyone, but if you'd like a reading that applies just to you in your situation, click on the link in the description box and it will take you to my website and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you, everyone, for supporting this channel. I wouldn't be here without you. And I hope you're enjoying the videos. I hope you have a wonderful, abundant, and fun-filled month of August. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.